Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Lening Tiasdwi Damayanti. So today I will be presenting about several grammatical patterns in the English language. This presentation will be divided into the three main parts corresponding to the tasks given. Part 1, Prepositional Patterns. In the first part, we will analyze pattern involving prepositions. A preposition is a word that connects a noun or pronoun to another word in the sentence. So I will explain four main patterns, which are: number 1 is verb plus preposition. This is where a verb is directly followed by a preposition. Number 2 is a verb plus object plus preposition. In this pattern, the verb is followed by an object and then a preposition. This shows a more complex relationship between the verb and the nouns involved. Number 3, adjective plus preposition. This pattern explains how an adjective can be followed by a preposition to provide further detail or context. Number 4, noun plus preposition. Lastly, we will look at how a noun can be followed by a preposition, often to form a prepositional phrase that describe a spatial, temporal, or order relationship. So I will give you some example of the word. First, verb plus preposition. Example number 1 is that they talked about their holiday plans for the end of the year. So the verb is the talked and preposition is about. Number 2, she depends on her parents for her college tuition. So the verb is depends and the preposition is on. Number 3, the government invested in infrastructure development. So the verb is invested and the preposition is in. Number 4, the child laughed loud at the clown's funny antics on stage. Okay, the verb is loud and the preposition is at. Number 5, the participant listened to the speaker from start to finish. So the verb is listened, the preposition is to. Verb, object, preposition. Example number 1 is she put the book on the table. So the verb is put and the object is the book and the preposition is on. Number 2, they sent a message to their friend. The verb is sent, the object is message and the preposition is to. Number 3, I found the keys in the drawer. So the verb is found, object is the keys, and preposition is in. And number 4, he gave a gift to his little sister. So the verb is gave and the object is a gift and the preposition is to. Number 5, the workers build a bridge across the river. The verb is built and the object is a bridge and the preposition is across. Adjective plus preposition. Okay, the example number 1 is I am confident in his abilities. The adjective is confident and the preposition is in. Number 2, he is satisfied with the quality of the service. So the adjective is satisfied and the preposition is with. Number 3, We are concerned about the environment. The adjective is concerned, and the preposition is about. Number 4, the children are afraid of the loud sound of thunder. So the adjective is afraid, and the preposition is of. Number 5, they are happy with the results of their hard work. The adjective is a happy, and the preposition is with. Noun plus preposition. So the example number 1, we have the key to success is perseverance. So the noun is the key, and the preposition is to. Number 2, there was a demand for more information. The noun is demand, and the preposition is for. Number 3, they have a strong belief in ghosts. So the noun is believes, and the preposition is in. Number 4, she has a great interest in ancient history. So the noun is interest, and the preposition is in. Last, the cause of the accident is still unknown. The noun is cause, and the preposition is of. The part 2 is complement pattern. So we will discuss verb complementation patterns, which is how a verb can be followed by another form of a verb, such as a gerund or an infinitive, to complete its meaning. I will provide 5 original examples for each pattern to highlight the difference in use and meaning. Number 1 is verb plus ing form, which means gerund. A verb followed by another verb in its ing form. Number 2, verb plus to infinitive. A verb followed by to and the base from the verb. Number 3, verb plus object plus to infinitive. Here the verb is followed by an object and then the to infinitive. Number 4, verb plus ing form or to infinitive. Same meaning. There are some verbs that can be followed by either a gerund or an infinitive without changing the meaning. And the last, verb plus ing form or to infinitive with a change in meaning. However, there are also verbs where the choice between a gerund and an infinitive will significantly change the meaning of the sentence. Verb plus ing form gerund, I will give example. Number 1 is she enjoys reading mystery novels. So the verb is enjoys and ing form gerund is reading. Number 2, he avoided answering the question directly. So the verb is avoided and the gerund is answering. Number 3, they finished eating dinner at 8 p.m. So the verb is finished and the gerund is eating. Number 4, they stopped talking when the teacher walked in. So the verb is stopped. Now the gerund is talking. Number 5, we finished cleaning the house. So the verb is finished and the gerund is cleaning. Verb plus to infinitive. Example number 1 is I decide to go to the gym today. So the verb is decided. So then to infinitive is to go. Number 2, she wants to learn a new language. The verb is she wants and to infinitive is to learn. Number 3, we hope to see you at the party. So the verb is hope and to infinitive is to see. Number 4, he offered to help me with my homework. The verb is offered and to infinitives is to help. Number 5, they agreed to meet at the park. So the verb is agreed and to infinitive is to meet. Verb plus object plus two infinitives. The example number 1 is the teacher asked us to be quiet. So the verb is asked, the object is us, and two infinitives is to be. Number 2, I told him to wait outside. So the verb is told, the object is him, and two infinitives is to wait. Number 3, she encouraged me to apply for the scholarship. So the verb is encourage, the object is me, and two infinitives is to apply. Number 4, they invited her to join their team. The verb is invited, the object is her, and two infinitives is to join. Number 5, I've advised him to see a doctor. So the verb is advised, the object is him, and two infinitives is to see. Verb plus inform or two infinitives. Example number 1 is I like swimming. Swimming is inform, or I like to swim. To swim is to infinitive. Number 2, she loves dancing. Dancing is inform, or she loves to dance. To dance is to infinitive. Number 3, they prefer staying home on weekends. So staying is inform, or they prefer to stay home on weekends. To infinitive is to stay. Number 4, it began raining heavily. The raining is inform, or it began to rain heavily. The infinitive is to rain. Number 5, he continued working after dinner. The inform is working, or he continued to work after dinner. The two infinitive is to work. Verb plus inform or to infinitive. So I have 5 words for the example. So word number 1 is remember with two infinitive. The example number 1 is I remembered to lock the door before I left. So the infinitive is to lock. Number 2, please remember to bring your umbrella. So the infinitive is to bring. Number 3, did you remember to water the plants? So the infinitive is to water. Number 4, she remembered to set her alarm. The two infinitives is to set. Number 5, remember to pack our passports. So the infinitive is to pack. So the example for word plus gerund is number 1 is I remembered locking the door. So the gerund is locking. Number 2, do you remember meeting him before? So the gerund is meeting. Number 3, he remembers playing football in this field. So the gerund is the playing. Number 4, she remembers her mother cooking that dish. So the gerund is cooking. Number 5, we remembered traveling to Bali last year. So the gerund is traveling. The word number 2 is forget. So the example with two infinitive is like number 1, I forgot to lock the door. So the infinitive is to lock. Number 2, you forgot to buy milk. The infinitive is to buy. Number 3, please don't forget to call me. The infinitive is to call me. Number 4, she forgot to send the email. So the infinitive is to send. Number 5, we forgot to turn off of the lights. So the infinitive is to turn. Forget plus gerund. The example number 1 is I'll never forget meeting you for the first time. So the gerund is meeting. Number 2, have you forgotten visiting Paris? So the gerund is visiting. Number 3, he's forgotten being on the stage. So the gerund is meeting. Number 4, she forgot about hearing the news. So the gerund is hearing. Number 5, we won't forget seeing that beautiful sunset. So the gerund is seeing. The word number 3 is stop. So the example with two infinitives is like number 1, I stopped to buy your coffee. So to infinitive is to buy. Number 2, he stopped to talk to his friends. The infinitive is to talk. Number 3, we stopped to admire the view. So the to infinitive is admire. Number 4, she was walking when she stopped to tie her shoes. The infinitive is to tie. Number 5, we stopped to rest for a moment. The infinitive is to rest. Stop plus gerund. The example number 1 is I stopped drinking coffee. So the gerund is drinking. Number 2, he stopped smoking last year. So the gerund is smoking. Number 3, please stop making so much noise. So the gerund is making. Number 4, she stopped talking when the phone rang. So the gerund is talking. And the last, we stopped working at 5 p.m. So the gerund is working. The word number 4 is try. So try plus two infinitive is the example number 1 is I tried to open the jar but it was too tight. So the infinitive is to open. Number 2, he tried to reach the top shelf. So the infinitive is to reach. Number 3, she tried to finish the marathon. The infinitive is to finish. Number 4, we try to convince him. So the infinitive is convince, to convince. Number 5, they try to fix the car. So the infinitive is to fix. Try plus gerund. Example number 1 is I'm so tired, so I will try drinking coffee. So the gerund is drinking. Number 2, to lose weight. So you can try running every morning. The gerund is running. Number 3, he tried to take a different route to avoid the traffic. So the gerund is taking. Number 4, she tried adding more salt to the soup. So the gerund is adding. Number 5, if the door is stuck, try to pushing it harder. So the gerund is pushing. So the last word is regret. So regret plus two infinitive. The example number 1 is I regret to inform you that your application was unsuccessful. So the two infinitives in it is to inform. Number 2, we regret to say that the event is cancelled. So the infinitive is to say. Number 5, he regrets to announce his retirement. To infinitive is to announce. Number 4, I regret to tell you about the bad news. So the infinitive is to tell. Number 5, she regretted having to go. So the infinitive is to go. Regret plus gerund. The example number 1 is I regret leaving my job. The gerund is leaving. Number 2, he regrets not studying harder for the exam. The gerund is studying. Number 3, she regrets spending so much money. So the gerund is spending. Number 4, we regret selling our old house. So the gerund is selling. And number 5, they regret hurting his feelings. So the gerund is hurting. Part 3, modals. So finally, we will analyze two important aspects of modal verbs. Modals are auxiliary verbs that modify the meaning of the main verb. I will provide 5 examples for each aspect we will discuss. Number 1 is logical probability meaning of modals. This is the use of modals to express a degree of certainty or logical possibility about an event. Example logical probability meanings of modals. The example number 1, he must be home. His car is in the driveway. So the word must is demonstrate a very high degree of certainty based on the available events. Example number 2, it might rain later, so you should bring an umbrella. Number 3, it may rain later, so don't forget your umbrella. Number 4, he could be the one who called you, but I'm not certain. So the might, may, and could indicates a less certain possibility. Number 5, she can be a doctor. She's only 16 years old. So the can is demonstrates logical possibility. Number 2, social function of modals. Modals also have social function, such as asking for permission, giving advice, or making polite requests. Example social functions of modals is number 1, can I use your phone? Number 2, could you please pass the salt? So can or could is used to ask permission or make a request. So could is more polite than can. Number 3, you should study for the exam if you want to pass. Number 4, we ought to leave now if we want to get there on time. So should or ought to is used to give advice or suggestions. Number 5, would you like some coffee? Would is used to make every polite request or over. So that's all my presentation. Thank you guys for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.